You're spending thousands of dollars and your time away from family, time away from business to go to a conference. How do you make the biggest return on your investment, the biggest return on time at these types of things?
There's a lot of conferences in the industry.
Yeah.
So I don't see any need to go to every single one, but if that's your thing, identify the conferences that are in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Which ones are, if you're looking to network or land new business or source new vendors, whatever it may be, like what's your goal?
Mm-hmm.
And then which conferences are going to give you the biggest return, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
for that goal.
I see so many folks in our industry that go to these conferences and it seems like it's just they're going there for a party. For instance, we're going to a conference coming up here in a few weeks. How do you make the best use of your time? What are some strategies there, man?
Yeah, we're going to, it's a very big industry conference, and there's going to be a lot of shippers or people that we work with down there.
Potential like what, prospects or something?
Prospects, clients. We are meeting a few clients down there, but
yeah.
which is great because you're getting that face-to-face time. You're building the relationship. That's always good stuff. But if you're also trying to identify potential prospects or opportunities that you want to start relationships with, you need to do a little bit of work prior to going down there, so you're not just blindsiding people, especially at a conference where there's a lot of competition and it's been a bit of a feeding frenzy down there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it, man. Having a targeted, strategic list of people that you've had conversations with, or people that you want to have conversations with, and making sure that you get in touch with them via LinkedIn, or if you have a tool like Apollo or Seamless, to make sure that you're emailing them prior to it to set up a potential meeting. One cool thing that we go to this produce conference in October every year, but one cool thing I think they do is they have these remote meeting rooms, right? And they're right outside the conference, so you can book them for 30 minutes or an hour and say, hey, you want to
speed dating?
I mean, yeah, you could, yeah, kind of like that, right?
Professional speed dating?
Yeah, exactly. So you can get it's I forget, they're they call them pods, or business pod. And you can get in there. It's all, glass or whatever. And I think it's cool to, if you want to have a private conversation and talk about potential business. But though, I think you nailed it. The targeted strategic list of people on who you want to do business with, or who you instead of just going down there and randomly talking to people. And, first of all, you're spending thousands of dollars to do it, and making sure that you're making the best use of your time.
Yeah. And professionalism is very important
100%,
at these types of conferences. Yep. They're getting hit from every angle, especially if you're a shipper and there's a bunch of brokers attending.
Yeah.
They're going to be coming after you.
Yeah.
So give them some space. They don't want to entertain and small talk left and right. Give them some space. If you want to slip them a card and introduce yourself, I think that's perfectly fine. If they're engaged and they want to have a conversation, great. But let's not go in for the kill at these types of conferences. They're networking events. They're to put names to faces, learn a little bit more about what's going on in the industry, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think you nailed it right there, right? People going in for the kill, on day one. I think it's more about the networking piece, establishing that relationship, and, trying to build that relationship over time, right? Which is a huge piece of the sales process that I think a lot of people forget about, right? You want to start building that relationship over the next, 2-3 months, where it actually has some legs and we're actually going to be a carrier for them in the long run.
So if you're a broker or shipper or whoever, and really in the industry, and you're attending a conference, what are just one or two things you recommend in terms of best practices that individuals can do?
Yeah, I think it's we've talked about it a couple of times, having that list, right? Having that list of people that you want to connect with. I think it's, being able to, navigate where you're going, right? Or, okay, I want to spend this time at this area. I think that, a lot of times they do have speakers or breakout sessions. Okay, I'm going to this event. What do I want to learn from that? How do I bring this stuff? And for us, how do we bring this information back to our team and empower our team with that new information or that new training? Oh, did you hear that they're doing this type of, frozen food technology at these types of shippers, right? I think all of that is extremely beneficial, especially, attending these types of events. So we've talked about a couple different ways, the targeted lists of who you want to connect with. What are some other ways that you can, make the best use of your time at these industry events?
I think the main thing is just planting those seeds early on. Being proactive about your with your communication. If you do have a targeted list of people that you'd like to connect with, go ahead and reach out to them, whether it's LinkedIn or email, or shoot them a text if you've talked with them before. But hey, we'd love to just get a few minutes to connect with you down there. Obviously find out if they're going, but
Yeah.
if they are, just let them know that you'd love to connect for a couple minutes. Nothing big, crazy, major commitments, just networking.
Yeah, love it. So if I'm a VP of sales and the CEO, CFO wants me to go out to an industry event, right? And it's not really my target audience. And I've already bought the ticket. It's a sunk cost at this point. You're kind of lukewarm on going. What's your take there? Like, what do you focus on something that's not really in your, direct line of fire?
I would reach out to my team, see who is actually going to be attending this outside my organization.
Yeah.
See if there's any connections internally with the attendees that are going to this conference.
Okay.
But be present.
Yeah.
Make the most of it. If you're going down there and you're moping, you're already chalking it up as a loss.
Yeah.
It's not going to benefit anyone.
Attitude,
so,
man.
You don't always know which rooms you're going to be in and which people you're going to be with.
Yeah.
So make the most of it. Network. See if you can find any connections, whether it's between your companies or outside your company, whatever it may be. But make the absolute best of it, because who's it going to hurt? If we're not a good fit for them and they're just kind of sold or in the moment and they just, let's just say they liked you at your interview and they connected with you.
Sure.
But the actual company and the culture is not the best fit. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It has to go both ways. We have to be a good fit for each other. Otherwise, it's not going to last.